We're live.
Yeah.
Hello, viewers from home. Good afternoon here, and I know it's good evening in Germany. It's about 9. It's about 9 p.m. now in Germany, and it may be morning in some other places around the world. But regardless of wherever you are watching us from, we just want to say a big thank you for joining us today on this live broadcast. And then uh, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Femi. I'm a father of two grown-ups. I'm a grandfather and a husband to a very lovely wife too. From Nigeria originally. I'm an engineer. I worked in the oil and gas industry for over 25 years. But right now, this is what I do full time now. So that's just about myself. But before I go further, I'd like to crave your indulgence that um, you please use the comment section. Let us hear what you have to say concerning with regards to whatever it is that we're going to be discussing today, whether or not you agree with us. We just like to have a feedback to know what people feel about our discussion today. Without further ado, let me bring in my guest today. She's Esther from Germany. She's going to introduce herself, and then we'll get the ball rolling. So over to you, Esther.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for having me here, Femi. Yeah, it's always good to do this Go Life with you all the time. I'm Solange. I'm a mom. I'm a healthcare assistant by profession and also a very proud digital business mentor. I mentor people on how they can leverage the online space and start a business and build a sustainable business online. I also am a Nigerian by birth and I live here in Germany. I've been in Germany for 10 years. I'm loving it here also. Then, yeah, that is for me. That is about me for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that brief introduction. So, viewers, if I've been watching my Go Lives for some time now, I think spanning about 2 weeks now, I've been talking particularly with respect to our community. Something that is very important, something that we take very dear to ourselves, something that is key to the growth of our business partners within the community, right? So we talked about how truly powerful, this community has really helped our business and the impact that it has played on individual business owners. And then, like there was one Go Life I made some time ago where I talked about two major uh, aspects of our business that really help, that play the major roles in the growth of our business partners. I talked about the technical aspect, and I talked about the human aspect. And the technical aspect, I talked about how that we have this automation system, that it makes life easy for people, and like it gives us the opportunity to be able to free our time and do some other things that really matter. But the human aspect of it can never be overemphasized, right? Because this is where we talk about the impact that humans make one to the other, right? In terms of mentoring, in terms of coaching, and in terms of the global support that we get. And that has to do with the community that we have. So we know that we're here for business, but we're not just, like the good thing about us is that we're not just doing business. In the course of our business, of our doing our business and succeeding in our businesses, right, we actually get to relate with people. We actually get to have that human how do I say it now? Um, Having that human contact and creating network with people, and that's one of the things that we're going to be saying today, and the importance of that to us. So, like last week, we talked about the amazing gather and grow experiences that some people had in Rome. I was with Janice, with Isaiah, I was with Christy, and with Hazel. And then you remember you saw the faces of those beautiful ladies, like this, like I was with them last week here, and they shared their experiences, their expectations, and all that. But today I am here with Esther, like she introduced herself, and then we'll be talking about what happened, while they were in Rome. But just before that, to let you know how important this is within our business community, just a few months ago, in a place called Shola Vista in San Diego, California, I was there, with the global community. There were over 8,000 people that were at this event, and we learned, we connected, and it was like we got a boost, for our businesses, and we made new friends, and we networked, and so much more. So today is the day for Germany, and yeah, today's for Germany, right? So we're just going to go straight to having Esther explain some things to us, with regards to what happened in Germany, you know. So what they learned, what was it that was transforming, that was transformational for them, for their businesses and their personal individual growth as well, because this is not just for the business alone. Our business grows, but at the same time, we're so blessed. This community doesn't just grow our business, right? Isn't it, Esther? Our business grows, but in the process of the growth of the business, right, we experience uh, individual growth as well. But before that, let me just show. Let me show you a glimpse of something. This beautiful lady just stepping out. As she stepped out to the venue of the program, right? So that was there, and then I have quite a few pictures of you and some people, but I'll be showing some more later. You know,
Mm.
uh, so that was Germany, and then which other one? Okay, this one must mean a lot to you because this is somebody that I know that a lot of us see, and then we never really met her, so you were opportune to actually meet her physically. What was it like for you to have met her?
Well, for me, it was really amazing. These people that you see in the community and
Mm,
you see their success, you've heard their stories, you've heard how they started and how they got to where they are at the moment.
mm,
And you are actually like with these people, you're talking with them, you're connecting with them, and you actually find out the other side of them. Like this lady, she's so funny. Like she made us laugh, but when you see her, you will not know that she's a funny person. She's so playful, she's funny, so welcoming, and she's selfless. Like, even when she was tired, she was ready to shoot a video with you. She was ready to take a picture with you. She was ready to teach you something at the moment, even though she was exhausted. Like, it was surreal for me. It was I've actually met some of my business partners before this our gather and grow event, but we were just like about 8 people, 8 people. But this one, we had over 100 people in the room. These people, like, you share the same ideas with them. You
mhm,
the same goal, to reach the
mm.
success that you want. And these people have your back. They are there to encourage you. They are there to cheer you up. They are there to teach you. They are there to hold your hand. It was surely surreal for me. It was an
That's so
experience
awesome.
that I just
Yeah,
told myself that from that last one, this last event, any meetup event, any physical event that I can attend, I would be there. Like, it's such a sweet experience to have.
yeah. So I was just going to ask you. My next question was going to be before going to Germany. Okay, sorry, you live in Germany, right? So I can't say before going to Germany, but before going for this event, what were your expectations? What did you imagine it to be? That it would be like. What was your expectation?
Okay. it actually met my expectations and surpassed it. Like when we were planning this event, I was opportune to be part of the organizing committee,
Okay.
but the turn up was just, like a little bit. People were turning up and also not turning up, so we were like, it was going to be a little bit cold, but it wasn't. It was so active. It was so elevating. It was a good moment. It was so surreal. It was a joyous moment, a moment so impacting.
Did
So,
you cry?
did I cry? No,
Yeah.
I cried. I cried. And when I listened to, like, this lady that you brought out, PB, when she
Mm.
shared her story, like she shared her story, and everybody cried. So
Yeah.
it, that
I've heard that story before, and you can't hear that lady's story without crying. Everybody within this business community actually has one story or the
story.
other to
I've
tell.
actually
You
watched
know.
her story before on one of
Mm.
our minds, but this one, like, I was sitting in the room with this same lady
Yeah.
telling her
And
story, and it brought me to tears. It made me
yeah.
emotional. It also made me to see a brighter picture of what is possible when you believe in yourself. So it was really sitting in the same room,
Yes.
in the same table, because I actually bought a VIP ticket because I wanted to sit amongst the millionaires, and it was my as it came to pass for me. I wanted to sit in the same table with the millionaires, and I did that. It was, what they say, when you sit with millionaires, you are the next
Yeah,
millionaire.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yes.
I
So
totally agree with you. So like when I asked if you cried, you know, the reason was it was twofold. One of them was what you just said now, seeing those people that are doing excellently well, those people that are earning like five figures monthly, some of them are earning six figures monthly, and you are sitting with them and then you are able to talk with them, that's so real, like, just as you put it. But then, like this other part, right? You may not really feel it that much because you live in Germany, and this program was for people from Germany. Like when they had the gather and grow room, it was open up to not just people living in Italy. So people came from all around, and there were two people from our group that went there. They worked together for 5 years, virtually, and they've never had an opportunity to say, like I'm seeing, that I've seen this person before.
to hug
That
each other.
happened. Yeah, yes. I mean, that happened to me too. When I was in the US, there was this lady, Aranes. I met her, online doing this business. We don't have direct business link, but we became accountability partners, and then we would shoot videos almost every week for like 2 years. You know, but I never met her. Then I met her in Chola Vista. It was unimaginable. But just look at the emotions.
We've been like 5 years working together virtually, right? Oh, a dream come true. Congratulations and all the best in your presentation. Thank you, guys. Try to do my best.
Oh.
I'm like, you see those two people, right? No matter how much they try not to cry, they couldn't help it. So when I had them here, last week when we had this gather and grow room, I think it was actually this week. It was a Monday.
Yeah.
The two of them throughout the event, they were tearing up. You just see them cleaning their faces and all that because it's very emotional. You see, like um I was in the States for the convention, and I had the opportunity of seeing some ladies. They were both Nigerians. There were these two ladies that ran to one of their mentors, who happened to be their coach. They are now coaches as well, and they ran to hug this woman, and they were crying, and the woman just started crying. And what I heard them say was like, "You don't even know what you did for our families." I mean, that was because at the point they saw the woman's advert and started the business, they were in the worst place, financially and otherwise. They were in the worst place. But they believed in the woman, they joined the business, and she really helped them to grow, And now they're doing so well. So, like, you hear the expression, like, I'm like, you don't know what you have done. You don't know what I've done to us, to our families. I mean, like, some of them are earning the kind of money that even when they were working at their peak, they never dreamt they could earn half of that. So these are some of the things that you see, with this Gather and Grow. It's just beyond making money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
This business, whenever I think about this business, all I think about is growth, fulfillment, and happiness. The
Mm,
money is secondary, but these things are, even when you've not started earning much,
as much.
already experiencing these things that I'm seeing. You're already experiencing true happiness, because anytime I see results, whenever I go through our community and see people's results and I read their story, it makes me happy. Like, this is possible. This family has changed their life for life, as in they've changed the trajectory of their life,
Mm,
and what another family can experience. And this is what, and it goes on and on. You experience happiness, you feel fulfilled. That when somebody tells you, I have one mentee from UK, every time we go live, or anytime we speak together, she
mm,
always ends up telling me, sister, God bless you. You don't know what you did for me. Like, that alone makes me happy. That
mm,
I'm helping somebody find themselves.
mm,
It's fulfillment.
mm. I
And
mean, like, there's so many people within our business community that when you speak to, they only came in just for looking for maybe additional $500, additional $1,000, $2,000, just
the
to
money
be able
they make,
to make ends meet.
they can't
And
even.
then and then they end up, maybe in the space of 2 years or even less, sometimes or more, end up with like multiple figures of income monthly. And it's so amazing, and that's sorry, it's so sorry. And that's when, even even you yourself, I'm not making that much yet, but like I'm just saying that, even those people that have helped them with their businesses to grow, they themselves never thought that they would be where they are.
Will get there.
To now see themselves there and helping other people get there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, this saying that people always have that back home, for some people that actually understand the way things work, in the Western world. It used to be you come to Bodo Yibo and you just keep walking. You keep walking until you drop dead, because there's so much to do with funds. And the people and people at home too, they probably don't really have good understanding of what's happening to you here, and they keep making their demands as well. So you discover that even when people retire, they never tire,
Mm,
because there's so much to pay for.
yeah.
But this business opportunity and this platform has given people the opportunity to be able to change that narrative, that what, you can actually live here and dictate the pace for yourself, live on your own terms, and do those things that people had thought it was impossible for you to do as an immigrant, you
Yeah.
know, and and the way you best, I like the best way you can, depending on how much effort you are willing to put into your business and all that. That is so interesting. So interesting. So interesting. So
It's,
was there
was there what?
any specific moment, when it really hit you that this is more than a business?
Yes, I had different specific moments. Like, first of all, that was actually the first time I'm leaving my kids. I left my kids for 3 days, and my sister had to come and take care of my children. So that was actually the first time I'm leaving my children to travel out and stay out for 3 days. It was hard, but it was a necessary move, to experience the whole. I was among the planning committee, and I wanted to meet my business partners. I wanted people to see that, hey, this is possible things like these are what, and many more are what the business can give you. So I
Yes,
actually
please.
left my kids to travel, to go and experience another level of growth, and it was so surreal for me. And another moment was when I met Chris and Karen for the first time. I met them there, and I hugged them. Is this you? Like, I used to watch you on the mastermind, and now I'm looking at you. And it was so. And
Yeah.
another thing that, like, we rode on the limousine. We had 3 limos that day, and we
But you
had
actually, yeah, I mean, like you actually dined and wined with the millionaires, right?
we actually tried and wine with, as in, we rode on the limo. We had 3 limousines, and we did a tour, like a city tour, from the airport to the hotel where we lodged. As in, it was so beautiful. It was beautiful moments that sometimes we would just park on the road, take pictures, create content, and we keep going. It was so beautiful. It was something that I never imagined. Like, I've been here in Germany for 10 years. My job can never give me that. Like, we never do things like that before at work. The only thing that we do at work, like the schedule at work, all is just they go hiking. Like, every time is hiking, hiking, hiking. And I'm not a hiking person, but this is actually business that I'm not just making money. I'm building relationships. I'm growing personally. I'm growing in all ramifications, and also I'm helping people grow according to their pace. I'm helping people find themselves, helping people show them, hey, you don't have to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs to make ends meet. We are in the time and age of information. Inform yourself. Social media is there to help you. And sometimes people are scared when they hear social media. It's, I don't want to be doing content. I don't want to be dancing. No, whenever you use social media doesn't mean that you have to come and dance and do all of that. That is an added. That's just an added advantage. If you can do all of that, fine. But that is not what we do here. We don't just come to do dancing and all of that. We have a real business that handles the technical aspects for you using automation and using social media to grow your business, because social media is a global platform.
I'm
So
social media is just a vehicle for us to carry out our businesses, right?
yes.
In our businesses, there are products and there are services that are required. It's just that like we don't sell the products, and that's a good thing. That's one of the things that I really like about the business. But you see, like I mean, like there's some people that have touched my life, right? But they don't know. And there's some people whose lives I've touched and I never knew. Just like you met PB, she must have inspired you for you to actually want to, do a video with her and sit down with her and all that.
A lot.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was in in California for our convention,
Mhm.
there was this Kenyan lady. I think she's Kenyan. She lives in Germany. You must know her because I think you guys were in the planning committee together. I've forgotten her name now.
Is
You
she
know,
see?
eh? I see.
See,
So one of the days, we just finished a session. We're going for lunch, and then I came into the open grass, and she saw me and she called my name, and I was like, "Wow, I'm sorry, I don't really know you. But like I was doing that with excitement though." And she
yeah.
said, "Oh, but I see your post a lot, like you really inspire me." And I'm like, "Wow, I never even thought that I've inspired myself." But then you just what I'm saying, right? So whether you like it, you discover that you are inspiring someone else, even if it's not helping them make money, but helping them become a better version of themselves. And that's what I say about the community, the people. We're not just building a business. Beyond building a business, we are building ourselves. You can't take out the personal development that you get from this business. If we pick 100 people from within our business community, 95 of us will have the same story of I was never used to coming out in the public. I was never used to doing all these kind of things that we do. But this has opened our minds and has changed our mindset, that okay, in order for us to get success in life, there are certain things that must be done. And whatever has to be done, as long as it's legal, and as long as it's within our means, we get to do them. You know, 4 years ago, I couldn't do what I'm doing right now. Because I know this is public, right? Everybody says this. I couldn't do it. There was that fear of what if I don't do it right. There was that fear of what will they say? Maybe my friends when they see me, and all those kind of things. But when you begin to realize that your friends don't pay your bills, and then you begin to realize the impact that you are making in your life and in the lives of other people, then it doesn't really matter what people think about you. Everybody will always have an opinion, and their opinion does not really move the needle, if it doesn't align with yours. So, yes, so I mean, that's very important, and I'm so glad that, I made up my mind that, what, anytime there's another one, I'm going to go. But I don't know how many I can go for in a year because now they're popping up now. By a lot, I missed that on the one that happened in Mississauga. Mississauga is just about 45 minutes drive away from me. And that really hurt me, because I heard about it in one of our masterminds. And then I said, okay, I was going to go for this. I was going to register and go for it. But in between, I went to Nigeria, and then I forgot about it. When I came back, because I remember it was supposed to be in October. I went to Nigeria in July. So I thought, okay, when I came back in early August, I will register. When I came back, all the tickets were sold.
Sold out. Just like
how important those things are. Yeah. Because you see, your lives are impacted when you are connecting virtually. Think about it when you now meet physically. It changes everything. It changes everything for me.
Yeah, there's a lady, Rowan. She always say when to change people's life, show them an opportunity, but to impact in their lives, bring them to a life event. A lot of people that came, they although they were already in the business, they didn't really understand the great picture. Like coming to an event, they were able to ask questions. They were able to get the answers they wanted. They were able to get some a level of clarification that gave, that set them that helped to set their pace moving forward. Some people didn't really understood. They didn't really understand what to do and how to do, even though they had a mentor and all of that. But coming to that event gave them more clarification, showed them the brighter picture, laid out everything for them, and they went home more fulfilled, with more understanding.
I'm fired up, I believe.
Fired up and all of that. So I love this community a lot. Like I say, this community, there are communities where you have people, like large number of people like we do have in our community. You would always have some kind of chaos, But in this community, I've been here for 3 years. I've never had anything. Like, it's always about positivity. It's always about encouraging people. It's always about growth. It's always about success, celebrating, sharing your knowledge with, and
the community is built on the wins.
Yes.
Whether it's small or whether it's big. So it does not matter. So even if you win, even if you have a small win, you are celebrated, and there's so much compassion within the community as it's supposed to be.
I have never seen anything like this before.
You just spoke about PB now, that when you guys were together, that even when she was tired, she was willing to go all out to helping people.
They give themselves to you for freely. They give out their knowledge to you for free. Like, they share their informations. They share everything to you freely. They don't withhold. I have never seen anything like this before. This like I told you before we started, anytime I feel any kind of way, I go to our community and I'm fired up, I am inspired, I am happy. That place gives me peace, it gives me hope. And
Well, that's because it's because the leadership set that tone. You know, yesterday you were at the. I don't know if you watched the mastermind yesterday.
so I couldn't like
That was the celebration of the ninth year anniversary of this community, and you know those guys, they doled out 25 grand of their own money, you know, just to be able to appreciate some of our community members that stood out, you know, excellently well in different aspects of running their business, how they influence different lives and all that stuff. You know, that's quite amazing. And that's
amazing.
one thing. I mean, that's one thing that keeps us standing out. You
We have
know,
a very strong foundation, I would say.
yes,
Very
you know,
strong.
in these gatherings, you know, that human connection, you know, it brings energy, it brings about encouragement, and it brings purpose. You know, so well, let's talk about the impact. What did the gather and grow Germany do for you personally and in your business? I know you said a few things
Yeah.
while we're backstage, you know.
Well, it gave me more confidence because at that event, I shot an ad and I said things that I've never said before. I didn't know. Yeah, I never knew that I would be able to come out and say that. But I said that. And I put out that ad and I got lots of leads, which means that people can actually relate to my story. So that
Yes.
event gave me the courage, the confidence to say things exactly how I'm feeling it. And actually, people related to my story. So that's one of it. It impacted, it gave me more courage. And it gave me I've never I know the possibility of this business. Like I don't need anybody to tell me the possibilities. I have seen it. I have seen it with my own eye. I feel it in my heart. But it also opened my eyes further to more possibilities. You know, it gave me the courage to keep on going, to see the brighter picture, to see what is in front, you know. And I started relating to this verse in Bible. I've forgotten the particular verse. As far as your eyes can see, like now, all I imagine is
I mean, you
everything.
are the limiting. I mean, like you are the limiting factor.
Yes, I imagine positive things in my. I don't think negative anymore. Like even when like I told you, I had some this before we started this live. I got somebody, but I didn't really feel before I would just be wallowing in, but no, I didn't feel that way. I just kept on seeing the brighter picture. This is what the events did for me. Like,
So that helped you with a shift in your mindset.
yeah, it shifted I felt that I had the right mindset because I've never doubted. But this event gave me like a higher mindset, if there's anything like that. So my mindset shifted into a different dimension and I'm loving it. I'm loving this journey. I'm loving the process. It's so amazing. I can't wish I like I don't want to live here. I want to be here. This is a place for me.
I mean, like one of the ladies I interviewed on Monday said when she got to that place and she met with the two ladies that were crying, she met with somebody that she had been working with for 5 years. They have affected each other's lives, but they never met before because one lives in Malta, the other one lives in Spain.
And
She said when she saw this lady, she said she has found a tribe. You know, she found out that this business is where she belongs and nowhere else. You know, it's quite an amazing thing. You know, well, you see, I love that. I heard all that you said. You know, the way your mindset shifted, even though already you had a mindset shift before, but at least you know you more than ever before. There's this boldness and this courage, you know, that has come into you. You know, let me refer to the Bible in Joshua. When Joshua was going to take over, after he has been told that he should not depart, he should keep that he should not let his eyes depart from the book of the law and all that, And then in the next verse, I think it's verse 9 now, he was now told by God that he should be courageous and he should not be afraid. Can you imagine if God would tell you to be courageous and not be afraid? That means that God identifies that there will be challenges. Do you understand? He identifies there will be challenges, but at the same time, he wants you to remember that he's got your back. All these things that we're talking about was based on the promised land, right? That he said he has given them flow with milk and honey. But there was a challenge there because there were giants in that land.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 of them came and gave a negative report that even though it was flowing with milk and honey, but we were like grasshoppers before these people. Do you understand? So, of course, if you look at the enormity of the things that you want to achieve in your life, sometimes when you set your goals and you see how big those goals are, or you see some people, we're talking about millionaires, they're sitting down next to millionaires here. These probably were not the things that we're used to talking about before this business, right? No matter how well we're doing. But we're talking about it just now, and we're aspiring to be there as well. Do you understand? But that aspiration is nothing wrong. That mindset shift that you've had, or that you, or the courage that you have been able to get from this meeting, it's not because you are not a Christian. It's not because you didn't know that God has told you to be courageous or that you can't depend on his word, But when you are next to people that have actually, exercised those kind of, courage, and they've seen results against all odds, they face those challenges head on and they are succeeding, then just as you have said, that as far as your eyes can see, you are the only one that is a limiting factor to how far you go in this business. And that's one thing that I like about it, as compared to when you work for somebody, you are limited in what you can earn.
Yes.
It's based on how they perceive what you are doing. And you can be on the same payroll, on the same salary for the next 5 years, maybe with just an increase of $100 or 100 euros.
Next 40 years, you can still be.
But in this business, you can, it's as far as you can take, but of course you got to do the work.
Yes.
Oh man, if we continue, we will never finish. I was not expecting we were going to stay this long.
But the discussion was just flowing. I just wanted to quickly say one thing. Like you made mention of being courageous, because there are gonna be challenges, about goals. Like if you cannot be dreaming big and be playing small. No.
Dream I like that. I like that.
You can play small. You dream big, you play big. Okay. The Bible talks about Abraham. God told Abraham that he has to leave. He has to leave his father and his mother and move. That means he has to leave
his comfort zone.
He has to leave his comfort and move. So that thing that you're looking for is not in your comfort zone. You have to move. If you don't move, nothing for you. You really have to move. So that is why we are here to tell you that you have to move. Take that bold step. Be courageous.
I love that. I love that because it's the fear. I started a series, right? Faith over fear, because every now and then that a lot of people use that phrase. I use that also as my hashtag a lot. So I just started talking about it for some time now. Faith over fear. And you see, like you just said something now. Is that comfort zone? What keeps you in that comfort zone is that fear.
Mm-hmm.
That fear of, like, if I step out of this comfort zone, I may lose it forever. I may never have the opportunity to be able to achieve as much, and then the thoughts of what if it fails.
Mm-hmm.
All the what ifs begin to come to play in your mind, and you end up at the end of the day not doing anything. And that's why people remain stagnant in the same position. If you check in the history of people in this world, the people that are doing great things, regardless of their religion, they don't remain in one place. because they're always stepping out. They're always stepping out. They're always taking that challenge and taking that risk. So if you're not able to take risk, then you'll be ready to stay in the same place.
In the same place, you have to take risk for you to
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
Risk builds growth or
Yeah.
it brings growth. If you don't take risk, you're not growing. And that is the fact.
Hmm. Well, our business is not just about systems or automation. It's about the people. That's one thing. About, and you have said that rightly. It's about people. It's about helping one another to rise. To share experiences and grow together. That's
Yeah.
what makes our community. That's what makes it special.
Building
Well,
people.
yeah. Go ahead.
Build, don't only build businesses, we build people.
New people.
What's a better investment than building people? Like when you help 100 people, you are helping those 100 people will help another 100 people. Like you're building a tribe of successful people.
Hmm.
You not know it because maybe at the first start or when you're trying to start, when you're starting out, you might not see that you have a tribe, that your tribe is waiting for you.
Hmm.
Your tribe is waiting for you. They are still there waiting for you. You have to step up and start
Yeah.
building that tribe because there are people who are waiting for your story. They are waiting to see you. They're waiting to listen to you and take that action. If you don't step out, they will still remain there.
Yeah.
So you step up and fulfill that purpose of those people waiting for you because God has given you that work. So you have to stand up and go do that job, do the
Yeah.
work that He wants you to do. And that's just it.
Yeah. So this is one of the reasons why I love what we do here. In this world where most people feel isolated, everybody's chasing success. But here we have built a system where success is shared. Do you understand? And that's the difference. People are chasing it. I mean, I don't want to say that we are not chasing, we are working towards it, but then it's shared. It's shared. Growth is celebrated, and every step forward is supported. That's what something that is common.
It's
And that's
not.
what, yeah, and that's what Gather and Grow. That's what Gather and Grow continues to remind us. So I'm sure there will be another one next year, and I'm
Yeah.
sure that one in Germany will be a big one. And hopefully, maybe I will visit that one in Germany.
Yeah.
But I definitely will go to at least 3 because I'll go to the world event.
Yeah. I'm planning on that too, God willing. It's in my bucket list. I'm coming. I
Yeah.
heard it's in Canada. So I hope.
Well, I mean, like there's a rumor that it may be in Canada,
Yeah.
but there's also this saying that it may actually be in the same place where we did it last time. Because see, like we were over 8,000 people, and that's a new hotel where we had it. We actually had a convention center. It was huge. I don't know. There are places where they could have it in Canada anyway. If they have it in Canada, I mean that would be great. But wherever it is,
Wherever it is. I told my team in
I
Germany,
mean, mm,
by God's grace, so far as I'm alive, healthy, wherever it is next year, I'll be there.
mm. Okay, so I think we have come to the end of this live streaming, and like you have had a very beautiful experience. I had a very beautiful experience as well. The last time, I saw people walking the stage, and I said, when I'm coming next year, I'm going to be walking the stage.
Yeah.
I've been boosted. So I mean, like we're all about growth. We're all about people. We're all about connection. We're all about courage, success shared, and learning. That's what our community is all about. So, friends, well, this is what makes our business different. We're not just building online systems. We are building people.
People.
Whether you are in Germany, you are in Canada, you are in the Philippines, in Nigeria, anywhere in the world, there's a place for you here in this business. There's a place for you to grow. There's a place for you to learn and be a part of something that truly changes life. So if this conversation I've had with Esther has inspired you, you can send me a message or send Esther a message, or you can go to our website as shown beneath our names, and then you register with your name and your email address. It's free, and then we'll send you a link so that you can learn more about this business opportunity. So let's talk about how you too can start your own journey, and maybe, just maybe, join us at the next Gather and Grow event. At this point, I want to say a big thank you to you, my sister Esther.
Thank you so
And
much.
a big thank you to every other person that is watching us live, and those people that may be watching the replay. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, have a good night, have a good morning, and God bless you. Bye for now.
Bye.